Well, let's introduce Spanish Fork. So, as you can see, I'm up on the hillside, up by the Spanish Fork. It's got a little reservoir up here. Um, got some new construction going on up on the hillside, but wanted to introduce you to Spanish Fork. And so I thought, well, let's go from a bird's eye view, right? So, Spanish Fork was founded in 1851. It is about the 20th largest city in the state of Utah, and probably right up there in the top largest cities in Utah County. Besides Provo, Orem, you've got American Fork and Lehigh and a few others. But anyway, um, so Spanish Fork was originally named for the two monks that came here and originally came down the canyon and followed the stream looking for a way to get to the California gold fields and to get to California. So it's always amazing when you sit there and kind of look at what's going on with and how things were founded and those types of things. But these Spanish monks came through, and this is some of the things that kind of catch me a little bit off guard. And one of the things that catches me off guard is the fact that it's 1776. So 1776. So 1776 is when these monks come through. Well, 17 that's the Revolutionary War. That's going on 13 colonies on the East Coast, and monks are in Utah looking at trying to find a way to California. Well, there you go. So anyway, so at the mouth of the canyon here, and there's a Spanish Fork Canyon goes up and goes up in it. If you follow Highway 6, that'll take you to Moab. It'll take you on that direction, Grand Junction, and Colorado, kind of that direction, as well as south toward New Mexico if you wanted to. So that's Highway 6. Well, you have Spanish Fork, you've got the little stream and river come out of the mouth of the canyon there and helps water the area. Spanish Fork has got it really is a very nice, diverse place. It's big enough that you get all kinds of conveniences. They've got a very vibrant shopping area in Highway 6 right here in Spanish Fork. So you have this great, shopping area. You've got industrial areas. You've got things at the mouth of the canyon where you've got some big industries. You've got new construction. And then if you go out a little bit to the west of Spanish Fork, you still have farm fields where you're required to have some acreage and that too, 5.25 acres unless you're grandfathered in. So with that, Spanish Fork really is a great place to live, great place, fairly quiet. They've got your Fiesta Days, which has great big parade that's fantastic. You've had, my daughter was in gymnastics and was involved in that parade. The worst part was they had to wear gloves because it's in July, and they didn't want them to burn their hands on the asphalt when they were doing cartwheels and stuff going down the road. Anyway, side note, but that's me, right? Anyway, you got the Fiesta Days, you got the rodeo that is attached to that. That's a full long, multiple day rodeo, great atmosphere. You've got the Utah County State Fair is here in Spanish Fork. Spanish Fork is just finished up and has a brand new high school that they rebuilt, which is probably good because the old high school, it was said at one point that the old auditorium there at the high school was haunted. I don't know if that was true or not, but anyway, one of those myths that you hear as you've been around a little bit. So anyway, a new high school. They just finished a brand new library here in town. They've got a brand new hospital, which is absolutely phenomenal. Um, my again, used that one for family members, and had have nothing but great things to say about the hospital here in Spanish Fork. And so you have the ability to kind of be busy if you want, have nice peace and quiet if you want. It just kind of depends on what you're looking for. But Spanish Fork is one of those places. It just kind of has a little bit of everything, and lots of great food. Small restaurants, real nice restaurants, your standard restaurants. Um, the Going back to the foundation of Spanish Fork, the one of the things that's kind of interesting is as you go through and look at the different videos about these areas, it's always interesting to me too how names change. And so with Spanish Fork, they came in, they built a fort at the mouth of Spanish Fork Canyon, but they called it Fort St. Luke. And so I thought that was a kind of an interesting thing. And then between 1855 and 1860, you had a big for the time, a group of pioneers that came in from Iceland. And they came in and settled here in Spanish Fork. So you have kind of that Icelandic little bit of a tradition there that is here in Spanish Fork as well. So you've got, like I said, it's just you've got Iceland, you've got shopping, you've got industry, you've got, really nice homes, you've got growth that's going on, up here on the side hill where I'm at. They have some new home construction. They've got new homes going to the south. They've got some going out to the east toward Mapleton. So there's a lot of growth and a lot of opportunities here in Spanish Fork. And and then if you really want to get extra cultural, they do have on the south end, they've got the Hare Krishna temple, and every spring they do their color fest where they do colored cornstarch, and they have people come from all over to come and attend this thing, and they throw the cornstarch in the air, and everybody comes out with their clothes just different colors and all kinds of things, and really a fantastic festival there. So Utah has got a lot of diversity that you can have, and Spanish Fork's probably one of the best places to see it and find it. So if it's a new home, an older home, something more like that that you want to see and or you want to buy and be part of, Spanish Fork is a great place to be, and it's on the south end of Utah County, so it's quieter. It's not in the necessarily in the mix, but it's really easy to get there because you've got I-15 and you got Highway 6 that both feed there, and then you have all the canyons. You got Spanish Fork Canyon that you can go up and enjoy camping and fishing and hunting, all kinds of different things up there. You've got a little community called Cover Bridge, which is up Spanish Fork Canyon, which is just kind of tucked in the mountains and a little beautiful little place. So Spanish Fork it really is a nice place to call home. So if something like that sounds like it would work for you, give me a call, direct message me, whichever, and we can get you into Spanish Fork.